What is going on, Collectors Optical 20, back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Joe, not Joel, Joe from The Last Survivor 2 from CC Toys. And, well, we all know this is Joel from Last of Us 2. I ordered this overseas, and it took forever to get here. So we're not even going to talk about that because that was a bad experience. But let's talk about this box. It says CC Toys, Jackson version for Joe. So does that mean there's other versions of Joel in a different outfit? I don't know. He was in the game for like 30 minutes, so who knows, right? So, but this guy comes with a decent amount of accessories, and the price for this guy is not bad. For what he comes with, you got some, you see the revolver, some shank. This is the watch, and you got some Molotov cocktail, a mug, some bricks, and you know, the picture that Sarah gave him. You can see him on the box right there, and this is Joel himself. Pretty nice, you know. The head sculpt, you can remove it with a ball joint, unlike Ellie, who is kind of like sliding up and down. A different method of inserting that. That was open for whatever reason, and he does have some padding inside, which is weird. Again, you got the picture from Sarah, and moving down this another layer of foam. Got his backpack, a Taylor guitar, which is recycled from Ellie, some bandages, and a nice assortment of hands, even though some hands are missing in my opinion, and the base that he comes with. So that is a pretty nice touch right there, and it's blank, so you could possibly you know, get a sticker, a decal. Now as far as hands, the first one that you see there is the wide hands for the shotgun. Some trigger finger hands, open palm, you know, kind of gripping hands. There's really no hands for specifically for, let's say, holding the mug or the machete. So that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. It's like every generic hand that you can find on a generic body, basically. And you see this picture of him and Sarah, nice quality of picture right here, and nothing is written on the back. And moving along here, you see the watch that Sarah gave him in the beginning of Last of Us Part 1, if you guys remember. And it's broken now, you know, because if it's gone through a lot, but it's a nice touch. You know, if you are a fan of the game, you would appreciate these accessories because they mean something, right, to the game. And moving along, his mug, as you know, even though the world is crumbling down, this is important. Coffee is always important. See this mug right here with the print of an owl, and nicely detailed here. It has some weight to it as well, and some weaponry for Joel, which is you know, it's scattered throughout the game. And now that we're playing the multiplayer of this is pretty cool. It has some blood stains on it as well, and there's it's wrapped with you know, those materials that I showed you guys earlier as well. And he got a backpack that is pretty nicely done. I have nothing to compare this to. I don't have any statue of Joel, but I looked it up online, and it seems pretty accurate. Maybe a little bit more weathering here and there, but overall, and I hope there was a magnetized, you know, flap on the front right there, because you see it's open and you can see there's like a plastic inside. There is some sort of wires that you can hang it down, but yeah, I wish it was magnets. And the base is just plain black. Now let's go to the weapons that he does have. So he got a revolver that is pretty much the same as Ellie does have. So this is a recycled weapon from Ellie. Pretty nice. The handle has some gradient texture on it. I don't know if you can see the paint. The hammer doesn't go down. It's not. It is nicely painted, but it's not die cast. Again, same Molotov cocktail from Ellie. Same brick. So now I got two bricks. I wish they kind of mixed it up, to be quite honest with you, to give you incentive of getting both. I mean, you need to get both anyway, in my opinion. It's like buying Batman and Robin, like the 66 Batman and Robin. You got to get both, right? And this is the machete that he does have. You can see there's blood stains all over it, and it's some chips. Again, the same as Ellie. If you watch the Ellie review, this is pretty much, you know, the same Now, I thought this was the same at first, both shotgun, but it's actually different. This one has a stock, Ellie does not. So it's kind of like a shorter shotgun, but almost the same. And we got the Taylor guitar, which again is the same as Ellie. So, I mean, but if you are just going to pick one, I guess it's cool that you do have the same. You see the string is kind of like detached there, but I was able to reattach it, no problem whatsoever. So, but yeah, this has nice branding on it. It says Taylor on the top. You can see the butterfly, I believe, insignia on the 3rd fret. And overall, nice details, man. I just didn't like the fact that they recycled the accessories. I wish this was this. I would have rather have them like the guitar is only Joel and not to Ellie, and then cut down like $10 off of it. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna get both anyway. So, but as far as Joel itself, you can see the outfit that he does have here. It looks pretty nice, pretty accurate to the game. Even I would say the material. I don't know if this is kind of like velvety. I don't know. It's a game, so it's hard to tell. But it looks nice. Maybe a little bit more dirt in it. But then again, Joel looks pretty fresh in those scenes when they were like chasing him and all. They were like running in the snow anyway. So Boots doesn't have any weathering as well compared to Ellie. Ellie's kind of dirty, so I wish his was a little bit more. I mean, you can kind of see some speckles of here and there dirt in the shoe, but I'd say not enough, right? You can see it on the sole right here, but a little bit more wouldn't hurt. Even on the pants, a little bit of dirt on the jacket. Things like that. I thought it would have been a cool thing to do. He's too clean, in my opinion. But the good news is you can interchange the hands between Joel and the clicker. Pretty much nice, same skin tone. But that clicker has some blood stains on it. So if you want to, try to be dirty all of a sudden with Joel, you could do that. His hands he choked someone. So as far as the head sculpt, no, this is not the head sculpt. This is the render of the head sculpt. And this is what you would actually get. So it's not bad. It's also not good, as you can tell. I would say mainly the hair. There's a few discrepancies here. Although, if you're a fan of the game, you could recognize this as Joel, right? This is, I would say, the worst out of the 3 as far as representation is concerned. But then again, it's Joel from a different game. I wish I had the Joel from the first game. But he's older, his hair needs a little bit more gray, in my opinion, or his beard. You could see the wrinkles in his face, but you just saw the render earlier. He looks a lot older than this, and a lot more beat up, like he's been through a lot. And not to say that it's not the case in this head sculpt, but it could use a little bit more age, is what I'm saying. Gray hair, gray beard, a little bit of expression to the eyes, like he's tired. And it only comes with one head sculpt, compared to Ellie, who has both. And rightfully so, this has a smaller price point. That's all I'm saying. But again, the head sculpt is not bad. I think the likeness it's not spot on. It's not 10 out of 10. It's not even 9. I would put it at a 7. It's there. It's there. But as far as articulation, we'll talk about the body. When you fold this up, you'll see the joints in there, but it could the elbows could bend, pretty tight. You can spread his arms, and just a normal hindrance that you would find in a jacketed figure, but the jacket is not too tight, so you could still move him around, as you can see here, freely. You can raise the arms, move it forward. The legs, you can bend it. You can have him in a sitting position. The knees bend pretty tight right there, and the legs as well. You can kick it off, but then again, be careful with the pants. Right here in the crotch area, you don't want to rip it, obviously, but yeah, just be mindful when handling your figure. And here he is, and the neck could move up and down, in a nice range. But you got this impression that he does not have a neck, so you gotta futz him around, kind of pull down his shirt, the collar, tuck it underneath the chin, so you get this impression that his neck is actually longer than it is. And look, as you see him here sitting down on a chair. This chair came from my Hot Toys Joker from the Suicide Squad, and I think it fits him perfectly, playing the guitar You can see the pose that we're going for here. So him sitting down holding the guitar, no problem whatsoever. I could fix this a little bit better, but I'm on a rotating table that it's really small, the diameter is. So and here he is casually drinking coffee inside a building with his former self in the back, with spores all over the place. So bad idea, right? But he's lost all hope at this point. I wish I had the gas mask, because that is pretty cool, because the spores, he's not immune to it. Ellie is. So, but yeah, this is pretty cool. Him holding the guitar, and and that's the beauty of this figure as well. You can pretty much put a lot of things in his backpack, so nothing really stays in the box completely when you display him. And here he is raining, trying to just stab someone or hack someone, maybe a clicker, a bloater, whatever the case is. And you can see the hand. You got to just improvise here. I wish it would have came with a hand that's like a proper hand gripping this weapon right here. But, it is what it is. For the price point we got it for, I guess we should just take it. You can always get hands of that nature where he's kind of holding something. But the question is, would a skin tone match? Again, maybe it doesn't matter because he does have long sleeves, but whatever. And here he is riding this horse from Star Ace, courtesy of that 2-pack between a horse and James Dean. I think he looks great. I'm so happy I got this horse because it's so versatile that you could use it for any figure basically that rides a horse. And here he is right next to a clicker, which is pretty much the same height, and Ellie as well. So those three just looks so good together. I don't know if they release another. I mean, if they release the first one, re-release it, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. But out of this line, I don't know who else they could release. Dina? I don't know if I'm gonna buy Dina. Abby? Maybe. Tommy? I think I'll wait for the TV series from HBO, because I would love anything Last of Us. But I don't know about these things, so we'll wait and see. And here they are waiting in the corner because there is a clicker that's about to turn that corner, and it's gonna be nasty now. You see that clicker right there, and Ellie ready to blast its head. Pretty nice. And zooming out here again, this is a diorama that my uncle built maybe 2 years ago. Pretty awesome, made out of styrofoam. Just painted it. So for photography normally, not for video, but I can include it here. I think it fits well with what I'm trying to accomplish here, and just some ruins and all that stuff. So that looks pretty cool. And there he is, guys, Joel from CC Toys The Last Survivor Part 2. I'm a huge fan of the game, so you know what I'm gonna say. You gotta get this figure, right? If you're a huge fan, there's only very limited option, the one that we have. There's some statues from Dark Horse. I can put the link down below as well for Ellie and all that stuff. But in a 1/6 form where you can actually pose it, take pictures, put it on a detail, it's not a whole lot of an option for us fans. So at this point, I'll take what I could get. And I honestly feel that this is the best representation so far at the time of this review. Who knows if somebody's going to release a new Joel or whatever. But so far, this is the only option that we do have. And like I mentioned earlier, I'll take it. It's not perfect, but also the price is not that bad. And I think for the price that you pay for it, it is worth picking up. It's worth picking up. It's not outrageously priced like $200 for a third-party figure. At around $150, $160, depending on where you get it from, I think you'll get your money's worth. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this figure or The Last of Us in general? Because I do love The Last of Us 1. Part 2 was good. It's not quite 1 though. I don't completely hate it, but I hate the fact what they did to this man right here. So yeah, let's discuss that as well. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. And I'll see you guys in the next video.